Star Wars The Rise of Skywalker is said to introduce many different revelations, twists, and turns, as well as surprises in this film that will lead to saga-wide implications within the Skywalker saga by director J.J. Abrams. This is Mike Zero. Make sure to subscribe if you're new to the channel for future Star Wars content. Now, what's really exciting about Episode 9 is that we do know that this movie is going to introduce many new aspects to the franchise that fans have never seen before on the big screen, and with now just 92 days to go until the release of this movie, where fans will finally be able to see JJ's vision of how he's going to end the Skywalker saga, things are really starting to make a lot of sense and the dots are starting to connect. Now, these past couple of weeks or so, we've been learning a whole lot more about this film. And when it all comes down to one of the concept art descriptions, this is where things begin to get very exciting for Episode 9. Now, specifically, what's really intriguing about all of this is that a description of a sequence that is said to be based in the second act of the film, where it's explained that Kylo Ren is inside of his chambers, where he is said to be analyzing Palpatine's Sith holocron that he discovered in Palpatine's vault from decades ago, where he is said to discover many secrets related to Sidious, including Sidious mentioning the truth about his plan to eternal life that Palpatine was searching for many years. It's explained that one of the scenes while Kylo holds Palpatine's holocron is said to offer Kylo another vision of an older version of himself as a Sith Lord, standing by Palpatine's side of his new Sith Empire. However, it's said that next to Kylo Ren appears to be a far younger Palpatine, where Kylo appears to have aged while wielding a single-bladed lightsaber. This younger Palpatine could allude to him being a clone or perhaps rejuvenating himself in the process. It's explained that Kylo in the scene has yellow Sith eyes with slicked back hair and a scar on his forehead. It's said that in the film, Dark Rey and Sith Kylo visions will be an on and off thing for the characters that puts them through a series of challenges and tests in the film. So let's go over a couple of parts about this. Now, what's really exciting about Episode 9 is that we do know that this movie is going to be by far the darkest Star Wars film of the Skywalker saga. At least that's what Disney and Lucasfilm aim to do, and hopefully they will be able to accomplish that task. So with that being said, Episode 9 really is going to be a movie that's going to introduce these different aspects, right? These different types of visions that would have never actually showed up if it weren't for the holocrons and, of course, the other environments that they travel to that are said to be strong Force nexus points. What I like about this particular scene, though, is that it's said that Kylo Ren is inside of his chambers, on board of his First Order Ravager ship, where he's holding Palpatine's Sith holocron. And as he holds the Sith holocron, not only does he hear Palpatine's plan about eternal life, but he also is able to see a vision of himself in the future, a potential future, if you will, of an aged Kylo Ren as a Sith Lord by Palpatine's side, ruling the new Sith Empire and the galaxy. So, what I like so much about this is that this is very similar, obviously, to what Rey sees with Dark Rey in Episode 9. Now, Dark Rey and Kylo Ren as a Sith in the forms of visions are going to be a big deal in Episode 9. In fact, it's going to be the core of Rey and Kylo Ren's development as far as how they evolve as characters and the types of challenges that they are going to go through in this movie that will lead to some of the decisions that they will have to make in Episode 9, right? So, J.J. Abrams, we do know that he's going to be doing something incredible with Palpatine, Rey, and Kylo Ren. That entire dynamic in the movie really is the focus point of Episode 9. It really is. It's going to be the biggest point of Episode 9 that he will be exploring in this movie, that he's actually going to use as a way in order to really introduce new types of Star Wars lore. And with that being said, Palpatine coming back, portrayed by Ian McDiarmid, I mean, that's probably the most surprising thing about this movie is the fact that, yes, not only are we getting Palpatine back, but we are getting him by the same exact actor who portrayed him in the past two Star Wars trilogies, which honestly is great. I think that nobody else could have played Palpatine except for Ian. Now, I want to go over the vision in particular, though, because next to an aged Kylo Ren, it's actually described that there's a younger version of Palpatine by his side. What does that really mean? Does that allude to the fact that he's going to be a clone in the future, or this potential future, if you will? Or could this very well mean that Palpatine plans to rejuvenate himself in the process of using Kylo Ren and Rey to a certain extent, as some of the leaks have actually suggested before in the past? Now, in case you guys did not know, a lot of reshoots are happening as we speak A lot of it has to do with Palpatine scenes, so a lot of things are being shifted around in the third act of Episode 9 and changing how Palpatine will be used in The Rise of Skywalker. I'm sure a lot of you have heard about these reshoots. Very big deal, and Disney and Lucasfilm are trying to get this movie right in order to satisfy the fans around the world and to really mark this movie as the best film of the sequel trilogy, and maybe, just maybe, even the best film of maybe, the entire Skywalker saga. But to me, nothing can top Empire or Return of the Jedi or Revenge of the Sith. That's just my point of view. But anyways, guys, drop a comment below. Let me know what you think about all of this in the comments. And if you guys did enjoy the content for today, do make sure to drop a thumbs up on this video to support the channel. I thank you all so very much for the kind support, and I'll catch you guys next time.
Gun in hand, we are alone again. No hiding from night to moon.